I haven't shared much about my actual stand-up experience, and I just had a set of the night at the Comedy Store, or rather, I mean, I didn't win. It's a competition if you don't know, but I did get up there and I did the 2 minutes. The material, the words, I got the words as I planned, although I left out one joke that would have helped. But I was so much more nervous than I thought I would be, because there's something different about rehearsing it over and over. And of course, the person before me had just talked about some traumatic things that had happened to them. A lot of trauma has happened to me as well, but the idea is to make an existential, philosophical comedy type thing. And it's very strange because it's the type of thing that I would have loved if I were in the audience, right? And I think several people in my family would have loved it as well. And I really thought that everything was going to go better. I think that my nervousness was so palpable that the audience just felt so much concern for the character that I was performing. And it's difficult because I'm an actor, and am I really a stand-up comedian at all, or am I just doing this as so that I really understand what it is to be a stand-up comedian? Because of course I can write tons of material. I can then hire background actors to be an audience, and I can have an amazing set, and they'll have a fun time. When you're actually performing for people, especially in a room where nearly everyone else is comics, and I'm sure there's probably some comic cracking wise right now because they're seeing me recording my little social media thing. People don't understand the difference between the material reality, the social media reality, and whether there is some sort of spiritual reality beyond that. Maybe it's not funny, right? It's just not funny. But I was tickled, and I did get some laughs, but it was concept work essentially, and I was very quiet the rest of the night, sitting in the very back, just like wanting to shrink into the wall. But every comic bombs at some point. I've already experienced that in the past. I should have done maybe different material, but I mean, I wouldn't have known that this is what the reaction that it would get. I really didn't think that the reaction would be so austere.